Hello. Before today's role-playing video will begin, just a short message to you people who watch my videos, and to anyone new, welcome to the channel by the way, if you're new. I will just say that this is part of a science fiction role-playing saga, which I have enjoyed filming. It's been a lot of work to film these videos with lots of sets and lots of costumes and everything, but it's been really fun. And this time I have chosen to focus on a sort of science fiction gaming store type of video, but I've done it in a lo-fi way, and this time the video is more lo-fi than the two previous sci-fi role-playing videos, with the background information and news stories instead being separated into non-ASMR videos. So for those of you who are interested in the history and the background and the events to which Calvin, who is the gaming store owner in this role-playing video, the events to which he refers, you can just check the description and click on the part 1 and part 2 links of the sci-fi timeline, the years 22 to 004. Okay, so that's all I have to say, and I also want to say that the way the character speaks, their opinions, their perspectives, including Calvin and Conrad's perspectives on each other, are the opinions of these characters I roleplay. They are not my personal perspectives or opinions or anything. To me, this is just a fun sci-fi universe I get to share with you guys. Okay, so I hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's move you on to 2204. And I truly hope you enjoy the roleplay. Thank you. Hello, lovely to see another customer. Hello to you. How are you doing? Has your day been good so far? Well, I'm Calvin Miller, and what can I provide you with today? You want a game? A video game? Yeah. Well, we have lots available. Just excuse me for a moment. Just have to sort of... yeah. You see, my biohip needs some juicing up, you know. Yeah. I don't know if you have a biohip, but I have a biohip installed here, so... you know... Yeah, it's one of the ships from Advanced Tech, you know. Okay, there, yeah. There. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this here just to juice up my ship, but while we wait for that, I just have to ask, has your day been good so far? In a moment, I'm going to present some gaming alternatives for you, don't worry. We have everything here at our gaming store. Has the day been good? Okay, yeah, maybe you've enjoyed some food. Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe you enjoyed a donut, you know those donuts at the robot stands or donut stands. You know, all those robots in our towns and cities selling donuts, you know. There are lots of donuts available. Yeah, I have also enjoyed a donut earlier today, although I find it quite difficult sometimes. Oh, sorry, it's juicing up my biohip. I find it quite difficult sometimes to deal with these robots, you know. They can be quite temperamental. I kind of miss when people of flesh and bone were selling the donuts, but, you know, robot donut stands have become a thing recently, so... Okay, yeah. So I hope the robot didn't give you too much trouble. It didn't. Good. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, okay, there, it's juiced up. My biohip is juiced up. Oh, and that felt so good. Oh. Anyway, so before we begin, I have to ask, do you have a biohip installed in your arm or in your throat or head or anywhere? No, okay, I have to ask, because if you have a biohip installed, we can sort of transfer the video games directly into your brain, you know. So you just have to plug in yourself, so to speak, and you can play the games in your head. You just have to close your eyes and the games will start rolling. But if you don't have a biochip, that's okay. I have one of these Nive data discs from Advanced Tech. And Advanced Tech have provided discs for people who do not have biochips. So here we can also transfer the games. So they are installed into a drive, and then you can install this data chip into, like, do you have a holographic computer or more of a simulator machine? Yeah, a simulator or a holographic computer. What do you have? Okay. Then you can install this either in your holo projector computer or into the simulator and the simulated net, you know. Yeah, I know some people prefer the holographic machines with the holographic keyboards and everything, because that's a little more old-fashioned, but you know, a lot of people today either use biochips or they put themselves down into simulators, either into simulator pods, lying down in them to play the games, or you know, or into standing simulator machines, although that's also a little more old-fashioned, so they can move their arms and stuff, you know. Anyway, yeah, so I have a chip for you. Okay? Okay. I'm going to present you with some gaming choices. Yeah. But before I do, I just have to check on something, just to check what we have available. And I also have to ask, do you have any specific gaming preferences? Like, what kind of gaming are you into? Okay. Yeah. So you just enjoy your donut while I go to find some games. You know, I have a game I think you love. So this is the object which we have sort of transferred this game into. This game is called for the Golden Mask, and you can see, I'm sure on the wall there, on the top spot to my left, on the top spot, you can see a cable. And you can sort of take that cable into this mask and then into the ship I just showed you, if you don't have a simulator. No, if you don't, seeing as you don't have a biochip. Otherwise you could just use the cable and plug it into your throat, but that's not a possibility for you. So you can, this is the Golden Mask, and it's a very fun fantasy RPG. It's set to a completely fictional continent and country, and yeah, it follows sort of this organization called for the Golden Mask, which is sort of a group of thieves, assassins and bandits which you get to play as, and you get to plunder people and pillage and stuff like that. But it also has a very fun and enjoyable story. So we're talking about making a sequel, you know. So yeah. So that could be a fun game for you to enjoy. Okay. Yeah. So that's one possibility, but I have 3 other suggestions too. Now, yeah. Okay. By the way, did you come here from far away? You had to use the subways to get there? Yeah, okay. I hope security didn't give you too much trouble. No, okay. Yeah, I know they've been really crazy about security ever since that incident in Tokyo a few years ago. I know, and I get it, you know. But why do these drones analyze inside our mouths, you know, when we have to pass through security? I mean, it's not like we're hiding bombs inside our mouths. Yeah, they're really gone crazy with security, you know, too. I get that they want to prevent something like that from happening again, but still. And those drones are really annoying when they beep and float around you. And, you know, and if you're really unfortunate and we have to do a thorough security check, they even sort of poke you with this needle thing. It's uncomfortable. Ugh. I try to avoid the subways for this reason. But of course, it's no better at the airports or the spaceports, but you know. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next gaming choice for you. So this is the next game is called for Seas of Calm, and this is an interesting game for because this is an ASMR relaxing game for people who like to relax. People who just like to relax and feel calm. So it's not really, it's really just an ambient type of game, more based on relaxation and ambience, really. And so again, if you have a biohip, you can just use a cable over there and plug it from here into your throat or your head. But if you don't have a biohip, you will have to use the data disk I showed you. So yeah, and then use that data disk and plug it further on into the simulator net or the holographic net. That's your choice. Okay, okay. So yeah, you know, a fun side fact for you, centuries ago they used to use discs and sort of these covers to sort of make the games and transfer the games into sort of complicated machines. It was a really, how shall I put this, really heavy way of doing it, but that's how we used to do it, you know. Thankfully today is a little easier. Okay. Yeah, so I have some music. Apologies. My biohip is acting up again. I just have to juice it up a little. Oh wait, no, it's not my throat, it's my head. Yeah, that's the side effects of the ships, you know. Sometimes they just act up and sometimes there are complications, you know. You know, yeah. Sometimes you have to see the IT department for those complications. You know, it's not always the doctors know how to work with it, so that's a little embarrassing, you know, to sort of present yourself to a check at the IT department. But it's a side effect of bioships. Okay, yeah. Okay, there. Of course, there are upsides like the bioships making my health better and stuff like that, you know, yeah. Anyway, we have more games for you today. It isn't the final game. Yes, I'm going to just get something off from the wall. Okay. Yeah. So this is a very fun game called for Lifer. So centuries ago, this has its roots to centuries ago. Among the first sort of daily life simulated games to be published were called Sims, and Lifer sort of is inspired by those centuries old games. So in Lifer, you sort of plug yourself into a virtual world and you live your life just as you do in reality. Doing chores, you know, eating food, and it's really life like it's just like the life you're living now, only but here you can sort of control your own life and live it in the way you want to, and you can sort of do the design yourself and stuff. So it's a really fun game, Lifer. So it's very addictive. Of course, a side effect is for some people have been so addicted they haven't been able to separate their simulated life from their actual life. But you know, and you know, recently they just added smell to the machines, so now you can smell what is going on around you too, both pleasant and unpleasant smells. So yeah, that's life. Okay, so yeah. By the way, I just have to ask. Just looking at my inventory right now, just to see if there's any more games I could suggest for you. But I have to ask, are you planning to vote for Clark or Brown this year? I know it's kind of a personal question, but I just like to ask my customers. I'm on no side, just to be clear, but I just have to ask. Yeah, okay, yeah, because me, I'm a little torn, I'm uncertain. You know, President Clark has some cool visions for our world and our nation. you know, she just isn't as inspiring as she was 4 years ago. I was at Preston Clark's rally 4 years ago, and she was really inspiring and fiery, you know. Now she's kind of, her hair has grayed a little, and she just isn't as passionate anymore as she was 4 years ago. She's kind of gotten a little older, and now she's talking about these really far-fetched things. So yeah, of course, Brown. I'm not sure what I feel about Brown. You know, some people believe he will be the next president. You know, but I'm not sure what I feel about Brown. You know, I like that we are both name brothers. You know, my name is Calvin and his name is Calvin, but other than that, yeah, you know, yeah, he's of course the founder and former CEO of Advanced Tech. So a lot of the technology we have here comes from his ideas. He founded Advanced Tech many decades ago, and he's a cool guy in terms of visions, but he's not that inspiring when he speaks, you know. And you know, he has these really controversial ideas, like he wants to merge man and machine, and I'm all for bioships, you know, like I have installed, but you know, how shall I put it? I don't know if I want to be merged with a machine, you know. So yeah, I'm a little torn on what to vote for this year, whether it should be Clark or Brown. Yeah. By the way, have you also been to those? Have you been to any of the new human colony worlds, any of the worlds up in space? I know we do some space tourist tours. I never have. I just get dizzy by the thought of space travel. I try to avoid it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, now that America has gotten its own world, New Virginia, I just wondered. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I will ever visit New Virginia, but I've seen the coverage from that world. It's cool. It's cool. Anyway, let's move on to another game you may enjoy. Yeah, I have another game on the wall. I'm just going to take it out for you. Okay. So this game is a really cool game. It's called for Cable. And Cable is a game where it sort of simulates what it was like to be a gamer in the early 21st century. So when you plug in this game, you get into the mind of a gamer in the 21st century, and you start playing the games in the old-fashioned way, like we did back then, with consoles, keyboards and everything. And I don't mean holographic keyboards, I mean actual physical keyboards, like we had back then. So if you want to know what life was like for a gamer 2 centuries ago, I advise this game, Cable. Cable, okay? Yeah. So, for you, I'm going to sell that to you, and give you that at a reasonable discount and price. Use this data chip and those cables, and plug the cables to each other and to the chip, and then plug the chip into either the simulator or the holographic net, whatever you use, and it should be fine for that. Okay. Is that okay? Good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was the games I had to show you today, and I'm going to give you these games at a reasonable discount and price. Because, you know, you're a nice customer, a nice guy, you deserve a discount, you know. I can't give you them for free, but it should be free of charge. But maybe I can give you one of the games free of charge if you buy 2 or 3 games, okay? Yeah, I can do that, yeah. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the alternatives I have presented to you today. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. By the way, are you watching anything in your evenings? Yeah, I usually have a burger, you know, I get a burger from, one of the delivery robots, and then I have a burger, and when I watch the Taylor show, I take up my visors and holographic screens and watch the Taylor show. She's this awesome showwoman who does interviews and you know, and sort of interviews and with lots of celebrities and stuff like that. And she's just an awesome woman, and she's really fun in her shows. She mixes comedy into her shows too. Yeah, she debuted a few years ago, and she's so cool. Like one of my favorite shows. I don't know what you're watching in the evenings, but that's one of my favorite shows to watch. If you haven't watched it, I totally recommend her. The Tyler Show. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just checking my inventory. Yeah. So which games do you want? Okay. Okay, yeah. And if family, you want to buy some games too, maybe? I know some of our customers like to buy games to their family. No, okay. If I have family? Yeah, I have family. I have a twin brother, his name is Conrad. But we're not really on speaking terms. You see, Conrad and I, we are very different people. Conrad is, how shall I put this, he's career focused. Yes, Conrad Miller, yes, the news host of, correct, that's my twin brother, Conrad Miller, the news host of New Stars and Moons channel. Yeah, you've probably seen him on screen. But, you know, I think he's a little annoying at times because he's really self-important, and he's all like, you have to get a job, you have to get a career, you have to advance in life, you know. He's one of those people, you know, what just doesn't know how to have fun in life, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I prefer to just like party and, you know, have fun. But Conrad, he has no idea what fun even is. And he's quite a diva too, actually. You know, a few years ago, his new studio, the first day he worked there, they gave him a white wall, and he became really upset about it, and then, you know, started to really act out, and then he was compensated. Yeah, you know, he's quite a diva. So, anyway, that's Conrad for you. And of course, he often boasts to me about the famous people he meets. Like here the other day, he boasted that he had met Manilo. Who Manilo is? Oh, it's the governor of Texas. Yeah. He always boasts about that, you know. I just prefer to just live life, you know, and take it as it comes, not be so obsessed with everything like Conrad is. But, you know, I guess he claims he wants my best, but, you know. Well, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to give you the games you want. Good to go. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, just pay. Yeah, click on the, yeah, you're getting up the keyboards into there. Yeah, click on them, and just click on the transfer. Good, where it's transferred. Good. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I've been working at this gaming store now for a few years, but I think it's an enjoyable line of work, you know. And sorry, I'm getting something in through my communication chip. Really? That's awesome. Thank you. Wow. Yay. Apologies. Oh, I had a burst of joy while talking to you. Apologies. I shouldn't probably have that in front of a customer, but I just got this awesome news. They want me as a news reporter at the New Stars and Moons channel. I should probably reconcile with my brother if I'm going to be working with him. So, yeah, I mean, Conrad isn't that bad, you know. I can deal with it. Anyway, but I just got a job as a reporter because they said that my risk and fun-loving nature was exactly what they needed. And I love being a reporter, you know, when I get to report from cool places. Oh, wow. So, well, that probably means you're one of my final customers I'm going to entertain or provide for. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I provided you with everything you needed today. Have a great day, my friend, and hope you enjoy the games. And if you play the Lifer game, don't get too addicted, okay? Okay, wish you all the best. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you. Hello to all you viewers out there. Hope you're having a nice day. I'm here at the Green Gardens where President Brown is soon expected to announce this year's budget. So we are soon going to hear President Brown speak, and I, Calvin Miller, your reporter today, will come with all the details of President Brown's budget proposal. So yeah, we're looking forward to get into the thick of it afterwards, but first we have to wait for the president to arrive, and it's on this balcony here at the Green Gardens. He is soon set to speak. Hope all viewers will have a good and sunny, blessed and divine day while we wait for the president to arrive. Thank you.